Hello enemies and book lovers, my name is Ash and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back, I'm finally here again. It has been nice to finally be returning to BookTube. And as I return, we're doing something incredibly fun that I'm sure a lot of us are excited for if you're participating, and that is going to be Becca's Spookoplathon. So every year, Becca usually does the Bookopolython, which is like a Monopoly book game, but this year we're doing a Spookoplathon, which is like a spooky, horror October based one. This is really exciting. This is really fun. I'm not usually a horror reader. I'm not really a thriller reader usually, but I love like horror and watching movies like that. So I'm looking forward to giving maybe a little bit more spooky books a chance, but I'm going to obviously try to add books that are not horror or thriller based because I might get a little burned out if I tried doing that. So I'm hoping I can do 5 rolls in this video. So 5 books that will give me a little bit of space to maybe do 1 or so more. So yeah, that was what my goal and hope is for this. Maybe get like 6 packs. I'm going to be doing like my readathon announcement soon this month, so maybe like in a week or 2 I'm going to be doing my Drovember, which is like a Dragon November readathon. It's going to be very easy though, like very easy the first month. So in November it's going to be incredibly easy, but it's going to be kind of like a story based readathon. So as you start, it's going to be, you start to tame your dragon, you get a dragon, either you hatch it or you tame it or you find it in some way that you can think of. In November you will pretty much be building your dragon based off of the books that you read, so that's going to be fun. And then after you get that, you eventually will get jobs for your dragon and kind of like work into building a kingdom and all this fun stuff. So 2 months in a year I'm planning on maybe doing this little readathon. So yeah, November is gonna be really easy. All you need is to read 1 book. So I'm hoping to do my own readathon in November and start it then. And I'll have my announcement probably mid-October, so you have like a chance to get books if you need to. Honestly, I don't even think you need to really plan a TBR around the first month. The first month is really easy. Hopefully some people will participate with me. If you don't, that's fine. It's something that I'm going to be doing and I'm looking forward to it. So now I'm going to move on to the actual rolls and start with my first one. I've been rolling these die a little bit off screen and I keep getting doubles. So a little bit scared, but I'm going to hope for the best. So we're going to be doing 5 rolls. If I get double, obviously I have to increase that, but for now it's going to be 5. These are very clinky die, so I don't know if it's too loud for the camera, but they sound very pretty in person. They're hollow, so they make this really pretty like tinkling sound. Let's do our 5 rolls. I'm excited. Let's go and see what they're going to be. All right, first roll out of 5. Oh my god. Stop! Why did this not happen to me? I also forgot to put it on go, but it doesn't matter because it was on the one that I was supposed to go on anyway, and that is community shelf. All right, so we started off great, didn't we? A double already, and we just started. So now I'm going to be doing 6 rolls. I did say I might do 6 anyway, so this is fine, I guess. So for this one, it got community shelf. I took my prompts from my Sims TBR game that I usually do every month. I put it onto slips of paper and decided to just choose a random piece of paper so that corresponded to my Sims prompts. So I decided to do that, and I got TBR jar. I'll take Shooky off, actually. So there's over 200 books in this TBR jar. No idea what I'm going to be getting right now. I'm going to choose one randomly. I will be able to put one back in, but if I put one back in, I have to choose the second one. So let's open up and see what I get. There are genres based off of the color on the back, so I will let you know what the genre is before I open it. Okay, 137. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm trying. I'm doing the beauty vlogger technique. Is it working? Probably not. I got 137. This is a light blue, which is YA, and it has orange on it, which means I own this on ebook. So this is an ebook book I own that is YA. I'll try to show you first, but it might not show up, but I will try my best to let you see before I do. Let's see what this is. Okay, Jacoby. Jacoby? I think that's how you pronounce it. So this follows Abigail, who joins up with an investigator named Jacoby, who is capable of seeing supernatural, paranormal things, while Abigail herself is able to see things or notice things in an investigation kind of standpoint that most people don't. There's a serial killer on the loose, and there seems to be a supernatural kind of thing around the serial killer, and I'm assuming Jacoby and Abigail try to discover who the serial killer is. This is like a mystery investigation type of thing. It is kind of cool, I guess, for October. It's like more of a mystery, fun time, I guess you can say. Not maybe as scary, and this is YA, so there's a potential for it to be pretty easy for me to get through. I'm a little bit touchy on YA. Sometimes I don't like it as much as I used to. I used to only read YA. I've kind of moved on to more adult books, so I'm hoping I will still enjoy this book. Like I always say, I'm very bad at talking about what books are about unless I already finish reading them, so that is what I have for you. It's like a mystery kind of detective thing, and I am I'm a little bit hesitant about this, but I still think I might enjoy it. Fingers crossed, I will enjoy it. So yeah, let's just move on to the second roll now and see what my second book is going to be. I'm already on doubles, so I have to do 6 books now in October. I knew this was gonna happen. I swear. I will not reach more than 8. I don't think I could read more than 8 in a month, so if I get 2 more doubles, I'm done. The second roll out of 5. Okay, we did okay. We got a 5 and a 3, so we got an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feed scroll. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to make sure I scroll through Instagram, and I'm going to pick a book that I have on at least my TBR, or a book I'm interested in. I'm not going to choose like the first book for sure, but if I'm even a little bit interested in the first book I see, I will choose it. For my second roll, I got feed scroll. For feed scroll, I have to scroll through any of my social media platforms and choose a book that I either own or that I have interest in or anything like that. So what I did was I went on my Instagram and I scrolled through a little bit. I looked around and tried to find anything that I had an interest in or already own. And I should have went into my following list, but I just decided to go onto my homepage, and it took a while. But inevitably, it landed on Chloe, Reading with Chloe's channel. She's on BookTube, by the way, so I will link her in the description below. But I saw her shelf and I was like, this is like meant to be. Is it meant to be? I don't know. So this is all Cassandra Clare books. And I saw on this shelf that there was a book on this that I really need to continue. I've been reading this series for years. And when I say years, I mean like an embarrassingly amount of years. So I decided to pick up the next book that I'm supposed to be reading in the Cassandra Clare universe, and that is City of Lost Souls. This one has been on my list so many times. Even before I even went on YouTube, I was trying to get to this book. I haven't gotten to this book for years. I haven't even touched this series for a while now. I think I got to the last book last year. Then before then, I hardly even touched the series at all. It's not that I hate the series or anything. It's just that I'm not that interested in these characters, like Jace and Clary. I'm not that interested in. I do like the Infernal Devices a little bit more. This is the Mortal Instruments. This has, I think, 6 books total. Yeah, this is the 5th out of 6 book. So I read this one, and then I read Clockwork Princess, and then I get to the last book in this series, and then I'm done. Infernal Devices and Mortal Instruments. I only have 2 of these, and then 1 Infernal Devices. I should be able to do it, right? Like, I've been reading this series over a decade probably now, and I still haven't finished it. So, either Chloe is going to be keeping me accountable, or I'm going to procrastinate again and not read this book. I really want to. I really want to just get through this series so bad. So I'm really hoping I will be able to, and I think that this is like a message that I should get to this because I got onto the scroll feed and I saw these books. So thank you again for maybe holding me accountable, but will I actually get to this book? I am not too sure. I don't think I need to really talk about what this book's about or this series is about. I mean, this is the 5th book, so I can't say anything really anyway, but I'm sure that most of you know this is like a paranormal YA fantasy that was really popular in the early 2000s, and I just need to finish it because I just need to. It's been a long time coming. And I keep telling myself if I don't read this series or finish it this year, I'm gonna get in trouble. And I still haven't finished it, so. I don't really have much to say anymore. I plead the 5th. All right, moving on to the 3rd roll. Okay, so the 3rd roll out of 5. Wait, no, there's 6 now. I forgot. Shoot, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. So 3rd roll out of 6. Okay, 6. Nice double 6s, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No way, I actually really wanted to read Stephen King. I'm really excited about this. Okay, you don't actually have to read Stephen King. I think it has to do with like royalty or anything like that, but I'm going to take this literal and actually read a Stephen King book because I really kind of wanted to read the next one that I wanted to get to, so that is perfect for me. I love that. So for the 3rd roll, I got Stephen King. This one can be interpreted in different ways. I actually decided to take this literal because I am trying to read chronologically in publication order Stephen King's books. And so the last one I read was, what did I read last? But I think Night Shift was the last book I read by Stephen King. And so that means the next book I have to get to is The Dead Zone by Stephen King. This is a sci-fi thriller following Johnny, who is in a coma for 5 years and wakes up having a power suddenly to be able to touch things and see visions of those items. There are gaps in his memory that he can't recall, and he calls these areas the Dead Zone. And then they're also following a serial killer and a politician who are kind of like the villains, I guess, of the story. And I am curious as to how those will interlink with Johnny, the main character. And yeah, I don't really know much about this book. I haven't really heard much about it. It's not like one of his most popular books, at least from what I've heard. Not much discussion on it. Maybe there is, but I haven't personally heard much about the Dead Zone itself. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing if I will like this one. I mean, a lot of Stephen King's books are either like good or bad for me. It's like hit or miss. I don't really know if I will like them or not. So I'm curious if I like this one because I have no idea. No idea at all. Okay, so let's move on to my fourth roll now. Number 4 out of 6. Oh my god, no. Why are you doing this to me? Why are the ones doing this to me? They're cursing me. I got a 2 and another double, so we're gonna be reading 7 books in October. This is fabulous. Okay, great. 1, 2. This one's Mary Shelley. I'll be honest with you, I forgot what this one's about, so I will talk to you about it right now. All right, so 4th out of what I was hoping to be 6 rolls, but no, now it is 7. Now it's 7 rolls. Fantastic. Also, this headband keeps slipping off my head. I showered yesterday, so it's just like slipping off. It's very annoying. I don't know, this month is cursed. This month, October is already cursed. So for this one, I got Mary Shelley. I could either read a Mary Shelley book or I can read a sci-fi. I decided personally to read a sci-fi book because I don't really know much Mary Shelley books that I would be interested in. And I kind of wanted to try something other than like mystery, thriller, horror. I wanted to try something a little different than those books. So for sci-fi, I chose Fevered Stars. This is by Rebecca Roanhorse. I read Black Sun in September. I wanted to get right into Fevered Star because I didn't want to forget too much. And I think the 3rd book is coming out next year. So I thought this was like a good time to kind of, you know, step into the next book. I don't know if I will like this because the first book I did enjoy, but it took me a long time to get through. I wasn't really like grabbed by it instantly. So I'm hoping I will like this one. This is like a sci-fi fantasy. I think it's a little bit more fantasy based than sci-fi based in my opinion, but there are definitely aspects of sci-fi in it. First book follows a couple of characters, one of them being a character who is blinded and had said to be kind of like this being. It seems to be like almost a malicious / villainous character, and I like him a lot. Honestly, I like him a lot. It's not that he is villainous, but he has a lot of potential to be very powerful. And then we have another character who is kind of the captain of a ship, and she has to take him to another location kind of to fulfill not a quest. I'm playing too many video games lately. Fulfill a job to bring him somewhere, and honestly, it's a good time. I actually really liked it, but I don't know if I will like continue loving them. But I'm going to try going and seeing if I will like the 2nd book because I'm curious if I like it. The 2nd book will definitely determine if I will continue for sure or not. I want to see if I like these books. I think I do. I think my headspace has just been a little bit off in August and September. I've been kind of having a hard time reading, so maybe October will be good luck for me and I'll be able to read all these books. At this point, I hope so, because now there's 7 books on this list, so I can only hope. 5th out of 7th roll. Okay, 5 and a 1. We have a 6. This is safe. This is safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Broken Mirrors. So for my 5th roll, I got the shattered glass or like the glass type of spot. And this one is to either have a book with like shattered glass on the cover, a mirror image, anything that kind of resembles a mirror. For this one, I don't think it's reaching. I think I did a decent job with this one. I looked through the books that I wanted to continue, so like my series, to see if any of these fulfilled that, and there was one book only that kind of fulfilled this role, and I'm actually not mad about it because I really need to get to and finish the manga series. And that is Promised Neverland Volume 18. I already mentioned this a few times. This is also kind of like horror based, so this is really perfect for October. This thing is slipping off my head a lot. I'm gonna take this off. I'm taking this off. Screw it. The bottom looks like ice breaking. It also could look like glass breaking, so I think that this might count. I mean, it feels like it would because there is like something shattering on the cover. It's like a horror-based manga series. I think as it goes, there's less horror and more like adventure. I am nearing the very end of this manga series, and I am anxiously excited to see what's going to happen because there's a lot of things that could happen. And I am nervous. I want to see if they all make it out or not. It's like a very lightly horror-based manga following these young kids who are in a orphanage, and every so often they get sent out to their loving families and they are able to live a happy life, and that's what they're pretty much trying to do. And as they do this, they're supposed to be doing tests and pretty much seeing how intelligent these kids can be. And as they're doing these tests, they keep usually the ones that have like the most brain power, and they keep them there the longest while things ensue, and it's a little bit dark. It's a little bit dark, especially in the beginning. This is pretty dark, you know, horror manga, but it kind of, like I said, branches away from that horror aspect and kind of goes into more like an adventure horror, and I do enjoy it. I think that there are some parts in this series that I didn't love, but I am really liking the beginning and the ending, and end have been the strongest points for me. So I am looking forward to seeing how it actually ends, and I'm very close. I think I'm like 3, maybe 4 volumes from the end, so I'm finally going to be able to get to this one, and I just need to see where it goes. I need to see how it ends. Okay, so now I'm going to be moving on to my 6th book. Okay, so I believe I have 2 left, so let's do our 6th out of 7th roll. At least I hope. Oh my god. I am cursed. I am so cursed right now. I have to read 8 books. I cannot read 8 books. I'm gonna stop at 8 though. I don't think I could read more than that. It's just not realistic, okay? That's just so rude. Okay, So let's see, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Poll pick. Like, at least with this one, I can have a little bit more choice. So I will choose a few books I want to read, and then on Instagram, I will have a poll up and they will decide for me. Okay, so we thought it was over. We thought it was over, but it's not over. Now there's 8 books. I don't know what kind of demonic powers are working right now in October, but I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. The chances of me finishing all these books already are slim to none, but here we are. So I got poll pick for my 6th choice. This should have been my last one, but no, unfortunately I have 2 more after this. Oh, well, you never know. At this point, maybe there's like 4 more after this. I don't even know anymore. So for poll pick, I actually went on my Instagram and I chose between 4 books. I kind of was trying to find the poll result on my iPad. I don't have it on my iPad, it's on my phone, by the way. And then I have this on my iPad. Just don't look at that, don't look at that. Anyway, I had 4 choices. I believe the first one was Stolen Air by Holly Black. I had The Witches, the Whatever, and the Worm by Christopher Paolini. I wanted to get to this before Murtaugh that comes out in November. I had Lore Olympus Volume 2 because I wanted a chance to have at least something short and easy, like a graphic novel. And then I had The Heroes by Joe Abercrombie because I kind of need to get to this for the catch-up book club. So those are the 4 ones I chose by a huge margin. The one that won was The Stolen Air by Holly Black. So this is technically the edition I showed on my Instagram, but I do have a nicer edition of this, but I might be getting to this series. I should have got to this book a long time ago, but here we are. I don't know if I'll get to it. I don't know, I keep pushing it off, I don't know why. So this is actually my very, very beautiful Fairy Loot edition that I got recently. I got this one because I didn't know if there was a special edition coming out that I was interested in, and then like a few months after I got that one, I got this one. But thankfully both of them was like my birthday money, so I didn't really actually spend any money on these books, thankfully, because these are expensive, especially Fairy Loot books. These are expensive. So this is the first book following the Folk of the Air trilogy. This is The Stolen Air. It follows Oak, and I don't really want to say too much about it because of the fact that it's not really spoilers, but I don't want to say too much following the first trilogy because it kind of links into this one. This is following Oak, who was a child in the first 3 books of the Folk of the Air trilogy, but he has grown up and now he's gonna have his own romance and everything like that, and I am like really excited about it. I do know that Cardan and Jude are not really in this book very much, if not at all, and that makes me sad because Cardan is one of my favorite book boyfriends of all time. So the fact that he's not in this is a little bit upsetting, but there's potential for him to appear in the next few books because I think there's gonna be more books following Oak, I don't know for sure, but if there is, there's a chance I'll see my husband. I have many fictional husbands, but I'm just saying, I have a potential to see him as well. This edition is gorgeous. This is the under the cover kind of look to it. It's beautiful. As usual, the sirens, always sirens. And then the bookends are the gorgeous, beautiful main female protagonist that I'm assuming is going to be the romance for Oak. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Ugh. This whole thing is actually handwritten, which is amazing. Like, it's all in pen, which is so freaking cool. So yeah, this is going to be my poll pick choice. So thank you for picking this for my poll pick. I really hope I will get to it. I can't even promise I will, but I'm gonna try my best to get to it. And yeah, let's move on now to my 7th prompt. So I have 2 rolls left. I'm not gonna be going over 8. I cannot read more than 8. So let's go and roll 2 more times. Okay. 7. I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is nothing I do better than revenge. So I actually don't remember what this one is for, so I will come back to you when I talk about the book. For my 7th roll, I got a train spot. For this spot, this one is to read a book with revenge in the plot line at some point. Now this one, it was a little bit difficult for me to kind of look at, and I looked up on YouTube actually books that have revenge in them. There was one that popped up that was on my want to read list that is horror based, and it supposedly has revenge in it, and because I know the original story and read it myself, I do know that there is revenge in that. So I'm not sure if this has revenge in it, but I'm going to say it because someone else said it, and then the original one that it's based off of also has it. So I'm going to say that this counts. This is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I'm sure some of you have heard of this. This is based off of Carrie by Stephen King, but with a twist. This is following Maddie, who goes to a school in Georgia that has some racism within it, and she herself is biracial. Not many people know about this because of the fact that she is like white passing, and because of that, people don't really know. One day her secret is found out by someone, and people start to realize that she herself is biracial. Not long after that, a viral video pops up. I'm not sure if it's either of her or someone else that kind of shows the racism within this high school and just the problems within it. This follows a lot on racism. I'm assuming probably colorism as well. And so I'm looking forward to seeing not only the topics within this book, because I obviously need to learn about that myself. I'm curious as to how much this will touch upon the original book, Carrie, and I want to see if, I'm assuming there is a little bit of a twist to it. Obviously, it's not going to be the same, and I am looking forward to seeing the differences, because Carrie is fine. I didn't love it, and obviously that was written by a white male author about a white girl in school, and so I want to see how this will affect Maddie and how she kind of deals with this stuff, because no one really should deal with it, but she has to deal with this, and where it will go, and see if this revenge plotline will continue within this book like Carrie did, or if it will take a different kind of route. I've had it on my want to read list, and I think October is like the perfect month for it. So yeah, I think this is a good book for October and the Spookoplathon. So now we're going to be on my 8th roll, and fingers crossed this is my last roll, because I cannot read more than 8 books. I don't even think I can read more than 6 books. So let's go on to my 8th and final roll, hopefully. Okay, my last roll. It better be my last roll. Okay, I am safe, everyone. I'm safe. So the last one is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lowest rated book? Are you freaking kidding me? I already know what this book is. I already know what the lowest rated book on my TBR is. At least I'm pretty sure I know. So that is the last roll, thankfully, on my 8th roll, and I will talk to you what my lowest rated book is now. Okay, I am safe. I am safe. I'm on my 8th roll, and that was my last one. Thank goodness. I also wanted to mention that I rolled 6 3 times. So I got 6, 6, 6, and then I got 3 doubles. So what does that say about October? Am I cursed, or is it like the Halloween spirit? I don't know, but I'm a little bit nervous, I'll be honest. So for my last prompt, I got my lowest rated book. I'm going to scroll through Goodreads. My iPad has 1%. Oh boy, this has 1% on it. I'll try my best to get through it before it goes away. So I'm going to go to my books. I'm going to go to want to read, and I'm going to sort lowest rated to highest rated. So let us go and do that. Average rating, it's already there. It's already there. How did it know? I already thought I knew what it was, and it is the book I thought it was. But also, the one under it, don't look at that, okay? That was a free book. It was free. I swear it was free. So it popped up right away, and if you ignore the first 3, it is the 4th one. And it is what I thought it was, with a 3.2. So my iPad just died, so I can't look at what this book is about. I apologize. This is Witches Steeped in Gold by Sienna Smart. This is my Fairy Loot, I think, edition as well. I used to have Fairy Loot for a few years. I don't anymore, but this is a very, very gorgeous edition of Witches Steeped in Gold. Here's the inside of it, and this is what the characters look like. Like, gosh, can you see it? Like, they're so gorgeous. Unfortunately, this has a 3.2 on Goodreads, and I am not too hopeful about that. I think I've been putting this off because of that. So this follows 2 women who are sworn enemies that have to join an alliance in order to take down a woman who threatens the fate of the world. I think there's magic in this. I think there is, like I said, they're enemies, but I don't know if it's sapphic or if it's just like, you know, friendship, platonic friendship. The only thing is, like I said, that it has a lower rating. I usually feel similar to the ratings given on Goodreads whenever I read books. They're not always the same. Sometimes I give them a little bit higher ratings, but usually if a book is rated low, I usually don't like it either. That's just like coincidence, not intentional. So I don't know if I'll like this. I don't think I will. I will try my best though to get to it and read it. I'll try not to go into it with too low expectations, but there's a chance I might not enjoy it, and so I think that's why I've been putting it off for so long. So that was my last book for Spookoplathon. I will be putting up a photo of all the books I plan on reading for Spookoplathon and the order in which I chose them. There's 8 books on this list. I don't think I'll be able to get to all of them. I would really like to. I'm gonna hope to get to 5 or 6 of these at least. If I can get to more, that would be amazing, and I'd be very proud of myself, because there's a low chance, but there's a chance. Let me know what you're gonna be reading in October, if you're gonna be participating in Spookoplathon as well, if you're gonna be reading any like horror or October Halloween-y based books. Yeah, hopefully this will be a fun time. I think a lot of us are really excited about this, and if you're rolling every week, you know, for mood reads, let me know as well. I'm looking forward to seeing all the videos of this and seeing what other people roll, and I'm curious if anyone is as unlucky as me. Honestly, I know it's fun to watch people suffer, so I hope you enjoyed me suffering, because I did. I really did. So with that, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, as always. I'm hopefully, like I said, I'm going to be doing my announcement video for my own Drovember readathon that I'm going to be doing, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't think I'm going to have like a lot of graphics and documents or anything like that. I would like to, but I don't think I can right away. I might be able to do that in the future, but right now I won't be able to. I might have like a Google document just to have it all written down for you, but I'm not gonna have anything like super duper cool or like have Excel sheets and everything. But if anyone can like help you with that, you can, but I have no idea how to do any of that. So that's something I might do in the future when it's a little bit more difficult to like keep everything, you know, contained. But thank you so much for being here, like I said, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great reading month in October and have some good, fun, spooky vibes, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.